This is another song off of These Things Happen, a song called You and Me Again. Basically written in a moment of cynicism. That's about the easiest way to sum it up. And it's got a very easy chorus. You and me, you and me, you and me again. It's very easy. And it's got scope for harmonies. It's a very easy line. You don't look convinced. I can tell. Yeah.
Money rules the market, money rules our mind, money rules our feelings, hearts are left behind. Profits are what matters, dollar is king, but who pays the price for everything? It's you and me, it's you and me, it's you and me. Crashing shoes offended, ashes first. Too much to kill you, how to know it's worse. Politicians argue, while poor people die. Poverty don't exist when you serve like I. You and me, you and me, you and me again. Standing on the ladder, escaping on thin ice. Someone else makes up the rules, and they're using loaded dice. Yes, someone else makes up the rules, and they're using loaded dice. Power makes you popular, you can choose your friends. Power lets the means justify the end. Position is important in the scheme of things, but who's at this end of the strings? It's you and me, it's you and me, it's you and me again. Standing on the ladder, escaping on thin ice. Someone else makes up the rules, and they're using loaded dice. Yes, someone else makes up the rules, and they're using loaded dice. Power makes you popular, you can choose your friends. Power lets the means justify the end. Position is important in the scheme of things, but who's at this end of the strings? It's you and me, it's you and me, it's you and me again. It's you and me, it's you and me, it's you and me again.
So yeah, I was feeling a bit cynical when I wrote that, but it said what I wanted to say. This next song, I didn't write. Wish I had. It's probably done well in royalties for the person that did write it. Although for many years it was a bit of an albatross around his neck, because that's all anybody wanted to hear. And I can relate to this in a more direct way, in that when I used to work for our social security system, for 4 years I was working in an office in the East End of London dealing with men who were living on the streets and in hostels, Salvation Army hostels and so on. And over a period of a year, I came face to face in about 1976-77 with two guys I'd been to school with. One who was living in a hostel in Westminster and one in Camden Town, which is North London. And a bit of a jolt, makes you sort of, realise how lucky you are and how easy things could change. And I've got no way of knowing 24 years on what the situation is, and I can only hope they're out of that. So this song, written around 1967-68, about homelessness and indifference, is another example of a song that hasn't really dated because it still happens. And all that's about London. It could be about any big city. Of course, Ralph Martel wrote this. It's called The Streets of London.
Have you seen the old man in the closed down market, kicking up the papers with his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, hand hold loosely at his side. Yesterday's papers telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who walks the streets of London, dirt in her hair and her clothes in rags? She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home into carrier bags. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. In the all-night cafe at 11:15, same old man sitting there on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each tea lasts an hour and he wanders home alone. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old man outside the seaman's mission, memory fading with the metal ribbons that he wears? In our winter city the rain cries a little pity, one more forgotten hero in a world that doesn't care. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. I'll show you something to make you change your mind.
sea salt on it. No, probably not. It's probably not reached as far. I don't know. It's in Denmark. I know that for sure. But well, that Malden sea, the town I live in, is where it comes from. And I keep saying I'm going to contact them and say, can I get sponsored, because I've been plugging your products for years. The Malden sea salt tour. I'm getting into markets you never dreamed imaginable. I haven't had the nerve to approach them. So yeah, Malden is where I live. I think about 23,000 people, isn't it? That's Malden district. So Malden itself is only about 9,000 or 10,000 people, and growing rather quickly. And this song sums up, in many ways, how I felt about the change of our high street or main street. A lot of charity shops appearing, a lot of the small businesses going, because you've got the big out-of-town supermarkets. And then I happened upon this song, but that says what I want to say, so why bother writing it? He's done it, so. And he's a very, very good writer. I admire him a lot. And what stuck in my mind as well was the fact when we moved to Malden, we had a cinema in the high street that was closed up. And like most local authorities, you have the same problems here, where they sit there debating for months and months and months about what to do with this, knock it down or put something in its place. And we suspected there was a bit of a fait accompli going on. One or two of the councillors probably had a vested interest in the building company that was probably going to knock it down anyway. So it finally went and got turned into sheltered accommodation for pensioners. Fine. I don't know what you call it, but we call it sheltered accommodation in England. What would you call a complex that is designed for retired people? This is not quite retirement. Like you can go and buy a flat if you're retired, but they're targeted mainly
senior living.
Senior living. All these euphemisms. Great. I'll qualify for those soon. It's Friday. So therefore, it left us without a cinema, and now Malden has grown. And now they're talking about. I think Malden needs a cinema because all the kids go to Chelmsford and Colchester, the two big towns, and they'll probably end up building it out of the town again. Whereas this one was right in the high street, it was perfect. And there's a line about the cinema in this, so I thought, yeah, I've got to keep doing this. So this is the one song I didn't write that's on the CD. It's here tonight if you want my Christmas present. And it's the David Mallet song called Main Street. There's a new superstore on the outside of town. It's the very first thing that you see, and the people are coming from miles around, cause the merchants on Main can't compete. They got records and rugs, groceries and drugs, on acres of cold concrete floor. And when I walked in, my head started to spin. I forgot what I came in for. I miss Main Street, where everyone knew you by name. I miss Main Street, my how this little town's changed. There's no stopping it, I guess it's all part of progress, trading the old for the new. I miss Main Street, what in the world is this world coming to? Now the old movie house is all boarded up, just waiting to be torn down. Between the new mall and the damn wrecking ball, they are making short work of my town. Folks these days just spend their pay in a discount atmosphere, and nobody knows where the money all goes, but none of it stays around here. I miss Main Street, we knew everybody by name. I miss Main Street, my how this little town's changed. There's no stopping it, I guess it's all part of progress, trading the old for the new. I miss Main Street, but what
What in the world is this world coming to? I used to love this town when I was just a kid. If only you could sing it now the way that I once did. I miss Main Street where everyone knew my name. I miss Main Street, my how this little town's changed. There's no stopping it, I guess it's all part of progress, trading the old for the new. I miss Main Street. What in the world is this world coming to? I miss Main Street. What in the world is this world coming to?
Essex, where I live, hasn't got much of the history of a gold rush at all. Being largely a farming county with a town that produces sea salt. And the other anomaly that we've got is that being a Roman port, they then built a canal to connect with the big town of Chelmsford. And about the same time as the port fell into disuse, then the railways came and the canal fell into disuse. And then we had a politician that we called Dr. Beeching back in 1960 who went around chopping up, right, we're getting rid of all these non-profit making railroad bits and cutting out all these branch lines, and we were one of them. And a friend of mine can still remember sitting in her windowsill at about the age of 3 or 4 watching them blow up the bridge over the river. The bridge over the river Blackwater, what a film that would have made. And there it was for years with just a fence each end to stop anybody trying to jump off it in the river. But it was a wonderful route. They'd taken up the line, and it was a wonderful route. And they decided, with the growth of Malden, to build a bypass. So we got the Malden bypass built along the railway route. Malden kept growing, and a Member of Parliament decided a couple of years back, I think we need to bring the railways back to Malden. I don't know where they're going to put it. Because Malden's important, one, but we had 2 railway stations, an east and a west. I'm impressed. Most people say, oh, it's so east.
They would be if they saw east.
Sorry?
I said they would be if they saw east station.
Yeah, that's true. Have you seen it recently?
No.
No. We used to visit it regularly because we had a company that sold wine there in what was the east station. But they had to go. They've moved. So I don't know what goes on down there now, but it's a shame that we haven't got an east or a west station. All of which has got nothing to do with this next song, which is about the gold rush. I'd just like to make sure you're paying attention, in case I throw a question at you. We're crossing the hills, boys, we're crossing the line, crossing the old great divide. There's more where that came from, I've often been told, so we're going looking for gold. You worked any harmonies out yet? No, I'm sure.
No, it's in
Okay.
line.
That's alright.
We're crossing hills, boys, we're crossing the line, crossing the old grey divide. There's more where it came from, I've often been told, so we're going looking for gold. When first we came to this land without carriage, new life open to find. Gave all our money to pay for a ticket, left all the old world behind. Then someone discovered a new precious metal, the whole world had to be told. Come stake a claim, it won't last forever, come take a share of this gold. So we're crossing the hills, boys, we're crossing the line, crossing the old grey divide. There's more where it came from, I've often been told, so we're going looking for gold. Well, some were beaten, some were wrong, some just died of the cold. Still they're coming from all points of the compass, still they're coming here to gold. And some they came to seek their fortune, the answer to make them all free. Others died as poor as they'd started, victims of nothing but greed. So in crossing the hills, boys were crossing the line, lost in the old grey divide. There's more where they came from, above and being told, so we ain't going to get to go. We dug and tunneled in the summer and the wood, we planted in the spring and the fall. A few spanks we sold for a moment of glory that left us with nothing at all. Now I fight my way out, give up this country, go back to where I was bred. Trading my shovel, my pick, my powder, settle with the farming instead. So we're crossing the hills, boys, we're crossing the line, crossing the old grey divide. There's more where they came from, above and being told, so we ain't going to get to go. Now back to the chorus. Yes, we're crossing the hills, boys, we're crossing the line, crossing the old grey divide. There's more where they came from, above and being told, so we ain't going to get to go. When first we came to this land where families knew life hoping to find, gave all our money to pay for the ticket, left all the old world behind.
Okay, bless you. Yeah, it's one of my favourite songs. Could even end up on a desert island with me. I think ideally what I'd like, because when I was a kid I used to have one of these wind-up 78 record players. Some of you are too young to know what 78 RPMs were, no? You don't know something like that. You do. It was a portable thing, looked like a huge box with a handle, like a crank handle. And that'd be great on a desert island. Who needs electricity? Just wind it up. And my father aspired to get a radiogram, like everybody did, and all the changer and all the rest of it, when I was about 12, 11. And so my parents gave this 78 player away to my school fete. And the headmistress at the time, I can still remember saying, yeah, thank you very much, we got 5 shillings for it. That's about 35 cents. We're talking a long while ago. I've seen 2 cents for about £50, so I haven't got the money to pay. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? All of which is another way of saying there's got nothing to do with this next song, other than the fact that if I was on the desert island and this was in 78, I could play it. No, I'm confused.
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains and Shenandoah River. Life is older than the trees. take me home, country road. All my memories gather round her, miner's ladies trade between blue water, dark and dusty, painted on the sky, misty tints of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads. I hear a voice in the morning and she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road I didn't feel it. Should have been home yesterday. Yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads. I hear a voice in the morning now, she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road I get a feeling, should have been home yesterday. Yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, one more time. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads.
Thank you very much. I'm going to finish with the title track of the album, which album you ask, the one that's on Saturday night. Well, These Things Happen. Just briefly, every time I've done an album, it was always the title of one of the songs was the title of the album. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. So my wife said, why don't you just call it These Things Happen? Because the subjects in all the songs are things that happen. Great idea. I then sat down and wrote a song called These Things Happen and put it on the album. So I swear the fourth album will not be something, you know, I'll probably call it No Ferrets or something like that. I'm probably going to write a song called No Ferrets anyway. More music for the rest of the evening, so stick around and do come and say hello during the evening. I'll sign the CDs for free, that's no big deal.
These things happen every day. These things happen. I'm all day. Body couple so much in love, when blessed by heaven. 20 years further down the line, diamond ring lost its shine. Marriage vows soon forgot, less like that, more like that blood. As he leaves he says he'll call, she knows he won't have to roll. These things happen every day. These things happen. Come on, please. Off to a party in a rush, late to leave, miss the bus. Call a cab and the tension grows. Cab arrives and the panic goes. There at last, nice and worse. Check your bag, forgot your purse. Ring a bell to send you through. You got the wrong name after all. These things happen every day. These things happen. Come on, babe. things happen every day.